All right, welcome everyone to today's live stream. It is Monday, October 6th, 2025. Hope you're doing great. And I want to talk about precious metals today. If you go to our homepage here and look at these streaking stock rockets, a lot of them are either mining companies or silver corporations, gold companies. There's no accident. These are having a huge run over the last, year to date. Actually, the performance for these stocks are doing really, really well. And I've been asked, is this going to continue? And I don't. I think, yeah, it is. It's going to continue. There's going to be a selling of the US dollar, and money is being moved into these hard assets, precious metals. And the other reason I think it's going to continue is because banks and commercial lenders are short silver. They've been shorting it for a while, and at some point they have to buy it back to replace their short position. So I went to the ChatGPT to ask, well, how big is the short position? Because I keep hearing about the bank short exposure. And here's the official futures data. The CFTC, Commitments of Traders Futures Only, report the breakdown in the short-long futures positions in silver. In the managed money short position, which is a subset of commercial, non-commercial, or funds for silver futures, is currently 16,145 contracts. Now you have to understand how big of a deal this is. So let me keep reading for you here. Another data point, some reports show the commercial category in silver futures, which includes hedgers, producers, refiners, banks, and swap dealers tend to hold net short positions. So they're not long it, they're net short. And commentary Mining IR claims that bullion banks may hold 5 to 8 billion ounces short in the London physical / cash silver markets outside of the futures. Like, at some point, these banks and institutions have to pay back that short position. So they have to go into the open market and buy enough gold and silver, if there is enough even to cover the short position. So this is going to continue to drive the price of silver and gold. Look at today. Silver is, I believe this is an all-time new high, 48.45 US. Gold is at $3,982, up 1.87%. So I think this is absolutely going to continue to go higher. And so let me help you understand this bank short position. Let's say the managed money short of 16,145 futures contracts is part of the total short side in silver's futures. Here you go. One futures contract for silver covers 5,000 troy ounces. So you have to multiply 5,000 by 16,145 contracts, and that gets you 80,725,000 ounces. 80.7 million ounces of short exposure in that managed money short slice alone. So just in silver, banks and institutions, traders and hedge funds are short 80 million ounces of silver. So they're going to have to go into the marketplace, buy it back. That is going to continue to drive the price of silver. Other precious commodities are following suit. Gold is rocking. Palladium is doing well as also, and platinum is doing really well too. So most of these precious metals are doing really, really well. So how do you participate in this next movement up? Because this is going to go higher. Gold, I think we're going to see gold at minimum 10,000 an ounce, and that's going to be within the next year. So even though gold has, let's just take a quick look. Even though gold has, I think it's up 40% this year. Let's see, I'm on the Silver Gold Bull website, and here is gold up for the year. Let's compare it to the S&P 500. Gold is, S&P 500 is up, what, call it 15%. Gold is 53%, something like that. Well over 50%, that's gold. Silver is above gold, even outperforming gold. Platinum is doing really well. Look at that, up 60, call it almost 70%. And palladium is doing great too, up, let's see, 35%. So it looks like we've got platinum is the clear winner so far in the last year, and then silver, and then gold. And these trends are going to continue. There's no question about it. How you participate in that is you go through some of our streaking stock rockets, and one of my favorite right now in silver is First Majestic Silver Corp. $12.94 a share. I think that's going to continue to do well. And there's just some really great opportunities out there in this space. So have a look. Another big mover today is AMD. They struck an AI deal. Look at what it did to the stock, lifted it to up 42. It was up about $55 earlier today, 33%. Move, look at this hockey chart, hockey stick chart here. Huge gap up, and it's all AI. AI is here to stay. So these trends in AI, robotics, silver and gold, they're going to continue. And all of it plays together. They all play nicely together. So please make sure that you've got some of your assets in these spaces, because it's really going to serve you down the road. No pun intended here. Serve Robotics looks really good at this price. We've got a 4-star rating on it, and it's almost $15 a share. MFI is below 50. It's at 48. So the chart looks fantastic. This could have a really nice move up. It has been as high as almost $23 a share this year. Pulled back dramatically and formed a base here, sideways movement for months. Now it's breaking out above, looks like it's going to close above 15 today. So just continue to, stay really confident with your investing. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about Big Bear. Please ignore this 2-star. We know Big Bear is a big giant waiting for its next move here. And the 2 stars is because fundamentals look awful. The high percentage short share outstanding. And as well as all the insiders selling, they continue to do so, but they're in the right space, and they're making all the right connections and moves. So I would just say do your best to ignore that 2-star. I do not agree with the sell rating in our system, but I can see why, because look, financially, the financial health doesn't look so great. And a few other things, but the technicals look fantastic. 4 stars. You've got the MFI in a really positive range. You've got the stock price above all the averages, and that will continue to move the stock higher. Having a really nice move today, up 7.16%. So that's Big Bear for you. Hang in there with it. Again, it's been my number one pick for the year, and I'm standing behind it. I think it's going to do well this year and next year. This is a stock that will continue easily into 2026 and beyond, and you're going to be happily surprised to see the results. So that's what I've got for you today. Hang tight with what you've got. I think we're going to continue to see higher moves in these equity markets. So much money is moving into these markets, especially the Nasdaq. Big move today in light of everything, right? We got a government shutdown. We've got a lot going on, and yet the equity markets continue to power higher. So I think that's a good sign for us as investors, and I think it'll continue. We'll see how this month goes. I think what happens here in October is going to be very defining for the equity markets going forward. So we're going to have to keep a close eye and see how it goes. Have a great week. Thanks, everyone.